Rach Darnay. I'm here at the Ramp in Horwich with a fabulous band today, taking you through the live sessions. Here with me, I have the lovely band, Reillo. How are you doing, guys?
Hello. Good.
All right. So the name Reillo, tell me about that. That's quite an unusual name for a band, I think.
Well, Reillo is spelt R-E-I-L-L-O, and if you look at the name and turn it round, it says the word Ollier, and Ollier is the surname of our lead singer. It's as simple as that.
Is that it?
That's it.
You told me on the couch up there that there was a huge story behind this. That's the story.
That's the story. That's the story.
He'll only bore you.
Yeah. All I could say is, I'm glad we didn't use my name because we'd be called Rabnud. Because my surname is Dunbar, so it just fits really well with the band. I think it's a great name. It's an unusual name. It does raise a lot of questions. People say, well, where's that come from? And in factual fact, I put a post the other day on Facebook because people had asked so many times, what did it mean? So I've explained it on the Facebook page. It is on the website as well. We've got our own website, which is www.reillo.co.uk.
Shameless plug there. So tell me, how long have you guys been in the band together for?
We are the original four-piece. We've been together since April 23, and we've played, I think it's at least one gig a month from that time. We're all employed. We don't do it full-time. It's a sort of a part-time band, but we like to gig at least once a month. And it all stemmed from James, our lead singer, had put some demos together, wrote his own material and wanted to get the music out there. I answered an advertisement as a guitarist actually for this band, and we couldn't find a bass player initially, so I said, well, I'll play bass. Then Ken, our drummer, came along, and we then got Rob finally, who, funnily enough, is a bass player. But Rob plays guitar in this band, and as I say, since April 23 now, so coming up to 2 years. We did have a break, Christmas of last year. There was a bit of illness in the band, so we've been out there doing it probably for about 16 to 18 months.
Christmas will get you. I'm dreading this Christmas, are you? Like what all diseases will get. That's nice, isn't it? Especially when you're in a band and your voice and everything like that.
Yeah,
I've already had a 3-week cold. I don't want any more.
Yeah, we don't want a 3-week cold, thank you very much.
This first song is called Push On Through.
The wall, I'm gonna break all this pressure. I just can't take it. Despite the odds, I'm gonna push on. I'll take my chances and I'll push on through.
gigs have you got coming up then?
We've got our next gig is supporting a band in Liverpool called the Dead King Company, and you must check them out. Fantastic album called Monarchy, and they're supporting that album in a place called Soto in Wood Street in Liverpool, and we're supporting that band on the 29th of November. We've then got one in Bolton, which is not far from here, called The Plough. We're playing there on the 27th of December. We're having a break over Christmas in January, and then we're back to, I think it's Burnley. We've got another gig in Eighton Lee Social Club. But next Saturday, we're actually going into the studio and recording stuff, which is hopefully going to be on our first album.
Fantastic. So you're working on your first album?
Yeah.
Amazing, that's great.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping for being in this band? Is it just a hobby? Or are you hoping, do you know what, we want to get some big festivals, we want to really get out there, see if we can get signed? What are you hoping for?
We probably deem ourselves as a festival band. That's where we're most suited, because we write our own material, and it's very, very difficult now to get yourself out there as an originals band.
Yeah.
Everybody wants tributes, everybody wants cover bands. As you can see, we're all old, we've all been doing it.
You're not that old, stop it.
Ken, our drummer Ken is old enough to be my father. He may even be my father. He's been doing it since the 70s, since before we were born, you know. And we've all been there, seen it, done it with covers and stuff like that. So we want to stick at doing our own stuff. Yeah, it probably is a hobby for the four of us. We're not interested in making millions of pounds and being on the television, that
Really?
sort of thing.
But if it comes along...
If it comes along, yeah. It's just one of those, we're riding along, we're enjoying it, and if things
But if
happen,
$1
things
million
happen.
contract happened to come along,
I'd
so
be
you're
signing
travelling around the world, you'd be signing it.
Well, I'd be divorced, because she wouldn't let me go. She wouldn't let
or
me
just
go.
pay her off.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I personally, I'm in my 50s, my late 50s, and I feel like it's too late now for us to be doing anything like that, travelling around the world and stuff. Albeit Deep Purple are still doing it. I went to see them last night, and they're all sort of knocking on 8. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of hurdles because of what we do and the music that we play. There's a lot of hurdles. I mean, if you look at the charts these days, there's no bands in the charts anymore. There's no clubs left. I mean, thank God for the Ramp. But there's no bands left, there's no places to play left, and of course if you're doing your own material, the places that are left don't particularly want you on because they want people coming through the door, and the only way to bring people through the door these days is to do covers, or alternatively to be a tribute act. I mean, we had a meeting very early on as what we're going to do. Obviously we got together to play James's songs. We come to a point where we're not going to get anywhere with this. Should we do covers? And it was like, no, that's not why we got together. But we actually do. I think 3-4 covers.
Yeah,
we do throw them in, and they're ones that suit us as a band, and they go down well. Obviously, you know, you always get people in the crowd who'll shout or do one we know. You know, you always get that. So we throw 2 or 3 covers in each gig. And eventually we'll move those to the side. I think we've probably got about 25 songs in the repertoire plus the covers, so we've got plenty of our own material to be doing.
Yeah.
But we still throw a couple of
You
those
have to
covers.
push your own material. Obviously that's why you're doing it. You're creatives, you're in this together.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll have the album soon, and I'll be playing it on the radio station for you.
That'd be great.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So what kind of music are you into? Obviously you're a fan of Deep Purple, so you get credit for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I went to see them last night in Manchester. They were fabulous. Yeah, my music is Deep Purple, Whitesnake, Led Zeppelin, that sort of stuff. We're not playing music as hard as rocky as that. It's more bluesy, as you'll probably hear later. But you guys, what's your...
Yes, so music that I like is kind of mainly kind of lead guitarists orientated. So there'd be Dave Gilmour, Pink Floyd, Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits, Jimi Hendrix, all these types of people, Eric Clapton, they all spring to mind when I try and play and try and emulate them. But that's kind of my main influences in that sense. But music's broad. I mean, I love all kinds of music, even some of the modern stuff that comes out these days. I still try and keep the radio on and try and listen to it, because there's a lot of influence coming through, a lot of different stuff coming through, and everyone's looking for the new thing, but we're kind of an old thing. But that's fine by us. It's kind of old new. New old. You old. You old.
New old.
You
I like
old.
that.
I like that, yes. You see? And we noticed that at gigs. We played a couple of gigs with lots of different bands, and they're playing their own stuff. they all seem to be playing for the new thing, or they've got a specific sound. But then we come along, our sound's from the 60s, 70s, and it actually lifts everybody because they're familiar with it. But it's new. That's I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm going to hand over to Ken.
Hello. Well, I've been playing for a long time, and I mean, probably these guys weren't even around, and I've played in blues bands, rock bands. I've even played in a jug band, multi-percussion, washboard, you name it. I've been around so long, I'm bored with myself, you know. I've sort of started playing drums seriously when I was about 17, and I did the college circuit, supporting bigger bands, and credit myself, I actually played a support gig with Thin Lizzy, the original Thin Lizzy, when there was three of them, and some other well-known bands, the lads out of Lindisfarne in the early 70s, but it didn't take it any further because we never got signed. And I just was in nondescript bands for a long time after that. Just stuck with it, and I'm still here at nearly 70 years
Still
old.
stuck with it.
Still trying. So that's about it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Rob. I've been playing probably about 35 years now in bands. Never got anywhere. So, that's why I'm still working as well. My main influence on what I do is probably Queen, Brian May, best guitarist in the world, Freddie Mercury. I mean, what you
Good
can learn from him.
choices. Yeah.
So they're my heroes. They're who I've seen the most live through the years, and that's the kind of band I would like to be. A band that you can't describe them, and I think we're close to that.
Can't describe
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't
Describe us.
Yeah.
Can't describe you. Indescribable.
Indescribable.
Fantastic.
So,
Amazing.
yeah, but no, it's.
You've got to blow your own trumpet. You
Yes.
have to,
We're good.
because
We are good.
no one else is going to
Yeah,
blow
we
it
are
for you.
good.
This next song is called I Feel the Speed.
Thank you, Bolton.
So, where can people find you if they want to go and check out your music? Are you on social media?
We've got a YouTube channel, just search for Reillo. There's about 55 live videos there. There's we've done some promo videos. I think there's 3 promo videos on there as well, but mostly live stuff. They can go to the website www.reillo.co.uk, and that's got a plethora of information. They can book us through that if they want to as well. And we have a Facebook page as well. We've got no music up yet because we have not recorded it in the studio as such, but we plan
That seems to be the biggest barrier with a lot of bands. It costs money, doesn't it, to record and to get it down, as they say in the industry, get it sorted.
We're recording on Saturday, but with mixing and mastering and stuff like that, we expect it's probably going to be on the platforms by March or April next year. We're aiming for about 10 tracks on an album for that time. And just to see how it goes, basically. If that works out for us, we'll do another album. There's plenty of material to record, so yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And you're never too old, just keep going. You know, the music speaks for itself. You know, when you hear stuff on the radio, you don't think, oh, I wonder what they look like. You know, if you like a song, you like a song, don't you?
Yeah.
So my advice is don't think you're old.
Yeah, the thing with our music is, you talk about liking it, what James writes is, it's music that I think it's very, very catchy, and you think, I've heard this before, but you haven't, because it's original, you know. And we will be playing live a bit later, and you'll see what I mean. It's very catchy, foot tapping, you know, stuff. And when you see people when you're playing in a venue, they're actually nodding their head and they're tapping, and they're really into it, you know, because it's that type of music, you know.
That kind of uplifting
It grabs you.
music. I like uplifting music.
Yeah,
I mean, we all have a
I'm
moment
nodding
where
my
you
head,
want to listen to
falling
sad
asleep.
songs, but you know, you've got to keep it uplifting, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today.
Thanks for asking us, thank you.
And at the fabulous ramp. And you've played the ramp, haven't you?
We played the ramp.
What was that like?
It was brilliant, wasn't it? It's a fantastic setup here. We love it here, absolutely love it. And we're going to chase him for a full gig here, because we played, I think, probably about half an hour, was it?
So we did a half hour. Rob
As a
was
three-piece.
Yeah, Rob was
Yeah.
in, couldn't make it, so we did it as a 3-piece, and but we'd like to do a full gig here one night if we can. So yeah, because we do love this venue, we love his setup here. It's really, really
I'll
good.
definitely come to that if you do.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for
Thanks a lot.
joining me in my makeshift living room today.
The song's called Level Up the Score.
Tell me time. Let you know your stupid eyes don't cut me anymore. I just wanna level up the score. Thank you. Got 10 more if you want.